Track mods are officially taking over NASCAR Heat 5 and we are checking them out today. Hello everybody and welcome to a new video here on the channel where we are checking out 4 track mods that have been made by Sanok, one of the community members that's made a bunch of paint schemes here on the channel in our NASCAR Heat 5 career mode. He has now started modding tracks. I'm going to link his channel down below in the description. You can check him out as well. But we have brought now the NASCAR Heat 3 version of Sonoma as well as the Charlotte Roval into NASCAR Heat 5 as well. You can change the appearances of the racetracks. We saw that in my latest career mode episode in Sonoma, but if you remember, of course, NASCAR Heat 5, they turn right here going into the infield. Well, now look at this. We're back on the, well, what is the current version of Sonoma, but at the time, the old version, of course, when NASCAR Heat 5 had come out. So this brings back the Sonoma, of course, that we all know and love and are so used to, and of course currently used in the NASCAR Cup Series, and immediately, in my opinion, brings improvement here. One thing I'm noticing is just how much more brown the grass is from the NASCAR Heat 3 port for Sonoma than compared to the original from NASCAR Heat 5. At least it seems like that to me, but of course I'm used to now running on a green Sonoma basically. So really looks cool though, and it runs really well. I was curious to see how the AI were going to handle here, and the AI are quite competitive. One thing I've noticed that's maybe different compared from normal Sonoma in NASCAR Heat 5 to this one right here is you can really get out of that final hairpin actually just as quick as some of these AI drivers. I don't know if it was just because I was driving further down the grid or not, but I just love bringing back these two double right-handers instead of having to go through the infield. So I think this is a track we're going to see come into my career mode starting next season. This layout will return because it really just quite simply is a lot better. So we're definitely going to continue, but look at how much better I got through the hairpin. I wasn't ready to be able to roll through there as good as I had been now, but overall a lot of fun to drive this racetrack now with the current layout finally being available in our hands as well. Sanok has been putting out Google Drive links, so all of the mods you see in this episode for tracks you can download yourself if you play on PC. So if you want to play it, you can try it. I'll link it down below in the description. But yeah, I mean, just doing a quick little race here in Sonoma, had a lot of fun, but now we'll head into the second track that's been modded. And if you guys remember, the Charlotte Roval, it used to look quite a bit different than what we see now, specifically the chicanes. This chicane right here, the final chicane, a little bit different now. You can kind of hold them out through here. Look at this. I mean, the turtle curbs nowhere to be seen, a lot of barrier presence around, and the back straightaway chicane, that's really the biggest change, and you're going to see what happens when we get around there. Now, I don't think I'm going to be bringing this over into NASCAR Heat 5 for career mode, but I still wanted to give it a try and kind of relive some old NASCAR Heat 3 kind of history. The walls are really close around here, as you can see. Look at the right side. I mean, the walls are right there as we're going to get ran into from behind from the 47 car. Really dig, sometimes these track mods and their abilities to kind of lifen up the game, you could say. There is a lot of appearance mods that we're kind of working on for the career mode specifically. I have a really cool idea that I want to see come to life here in the coming episodes for the career mode. But here we go, heading down towards the back straightaway chicane. It's been a while since we've gone through it. Basically, you don't slow down very much, as I absolutely in Eric Jones' career, but you just fly through there. It's such a weird chicane. You don't really have to properly brake. You just kind of glide on through, hit the gas, and I was trying to get used to that to say the least as quickly as I could, but I was struggling here. Now, it felt like the racing actually was quite a bit more impressive on this version of the Charlotte Roval actually compared to the current one that we have in Heat 5. It just felt like there was more side by side, as you can see myself now going through the bus stop. Now this time contact there with the 10 of Noah Gregson. We get through, really not used to just flying through there, but we were making it work here. Now this chicane is starting to get a bit more of a hang of things, but really cool that the AI already set up by porting this track over. I never thought it would quite work like that. As you can see, Carson Osevar, his life comes to an end right there. But pretty straightforward here in the Charlotte road course. Now we come through to these closing moments now, trying to just get the hang of things in the chicane right to the back of Ross DeBall as Chastain will dive one up the inside of Project 91. Scott Dixon will move up into P17. He tries to switch us back there. We're going to shut the door. Got very aggressive right there on a block. Now we stay ahead briefly, and we would get up to P15 on the back straightaway through the chicane for the final time, right to the 2 of Cindric. Contact there with the number 2, but we'll get clear into oval 3. He's slipping and sliding all over the place, but through the final corner to the back of Ty Gibbs. Now to the line, it's P14. So those are the 2 major track mods, NASCAR Heat 3 ports into NASCAR Heat 5, but we as well have appearance mods to tracks that haven't been changed in terms of the actual construction or configuration. Now we start with the Road America track, so look around at the trees. That's what you're really looking for here. You can see we have now got a autumn or fall version of Road America. I forget whose idea this was, but Sanok ran with it and was able to whip this up, and it looks really cool. Just some of the coloring of the trees in the background. Obviously not a big deal, but it's just a cool little thing. You can see on the right side those autumn looking trees right there as we head down towards the back half of the track. Look on the left side again. Looks absolutely spectacular for a Unity engine version game here, of course, on NASCAR Heat 5, but nothing really special, just it's cool basically now. And it's really cool to see that track modding has suddenly just because of Sanok really kind of come into fruition as a potential little cool thing, and I'm really hoping we can continue to take track appearance mods to another step forward as we're seeing here from Sanok's work and whatnot. But looks really awesome around here in Road America now. As you can see, it's going through the trees now, heading down towards Canada, corner to the back of Truex as I absolutely bulldoze through that 19 Interstate Batteries machine. We'll get past there and move up into P12, but didn't really bother doing the full race here. Just kind of wanted to see what it was like for a lap around the track, get into the top 10 at the end of lap 1. We'll be coming back here in our career mode as well later in the season. That'll be an exciting one. But the final track appearance mod, Bristol Motor Speedway, this past weekend in the spring, returned to the concrete in the spring, and they also brought back the classic Bristol walls, the red and white stripes. Well, look at the walls. We've got the classic Bristol red and white stripe walls. And this is, such a basic mod, but a mod that adds a lot more character and life just to the appearance of the racetrack. I think it looks great. Of course, we're used to the black walls around Bristol. This is way better. Absolutely love what Sanok did here. I have one idea with track walls, and I'm kind of thinking about and kind of presenting the idea recently of a kind of a racetrack that's under the lights at nighttime with a kind of a neon wall kind of feel, and I feel like that would be really, really cool to kind of try out. It's like a neon night for NASCAR in the career mode, so adds a little bit more life as well. But yeah, really cool being able to drive around the classic wall style Bristol here in the NASCAR Heat 5 game. Really, really sick. But yeah, you'll see as well this version of Bristol in my career mode later in the season. But if you want to download these mods, they will be linked down below in the description. But I mean, overall, that's practically it now. A nice overview of something that really hasn't been explored a lot in NASCAR Heat 5, which is, track modding. But yeah, that's going to wrap it up for me. Let me know which one's your favorite. Honestly, I'm going to go with Sonoma for obvious reasons. But yeah, that's going to wrap it up for me. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching, and have yourselves a great day.